Hello, and welcome back to the Blackboard Black Belt Achievement Series, the Assessment ACE Part 2. In this video, we're going to explore how to grade an assignment and create a test. Now that we've learned how to set up a rubric and create an assignment, it's time to learn how to grade that assignment. To get started, we will navigate to the Grade Center under the Course Management menu. From here, click on Needs Grading. Locate the assignment you wish to grade. Then, click on the user attempt to view the assignment. From here, we're going to see the assignment displayed in BB Annotate, the inline grading tool. The inline grading tool is an enhanced grading workflow to provide students with personalized feedback and support. Let's take a look at the toolbar. The first half of the toolbar provides us with different viewing options. For this demonstration, I'm going to focus on the annotation tools and how to add comments. Click on this icon to access the annotation tools. From here, you can get the drawing, brush, and eraser tools. You can also add image and stamp tools. With the text tool, you can add text directly to the page. With the line tool, you can add lines and shapes to the page to highlight different areas of focus. Click on this arrow to go back to the full toolbar. To add a comment, click on the comment icon. Then click on the assignment where you want the comment to appear. Enter in the comment and click Save. You can also access the annotation tools by just highlighting the text on the submission, just like this. Once you are done adding feedback, you are ready to grade the attempt. You can access the Safe Assign report by clicking the arrow. This will display the results and allow you to access the Originality report. Click on the rubric link to grade using the rubric. The rubric will calculate the total score based on the criteria you select. However, you can adjust the number of points as needed. Then add any additional feedback and click Save. Now that we have graded an assignment, let's take a look at how to create a test. We'll navigate to the Course Tools. Then click on Tests, Surveys, and Pools. From here, we will choose Tests. To create a test, we will click on Build Test. To set up the test, we'll need to provide a little information first. We will need to enter a name for our exam. Then, in the description field, we're able to add a little bit about what the test is over. Under Instructions, you'll want to include any instructions that you need to communicate to students. When you've got this screen set the way you'd like, click Submit. This is going to take you to the test canvas. This is where you can create, reuse, and upload questions to your test. Before creating our test, we'll need to set up our question settings. To do this, click on the Question Setting button on the right side of the screen. Question settings provide you with a variety of options to use when creating a test. The first option is to choose Leave Feedback for Individual Answers. This box will need to be checked in order for students to be able to view any answer feedback you provide. The next section is Images, Files, and Web Links. Here you can choose to add images, files, and web links to individual feedback, or add images, files, and web links to answers. Under Question Metadata, it gives you the option to add categories, topics, levels of difficulty, and keywords to your test questions. This comes in handy when you want to reuse test questions on other tests. The scoring options are where we can specify the default points when creating questions. The default value is 10, but feel free to change that to whatever you need. You can also specify partial credit options for answers. You can choose to allow negative points for answers, and you can also provide an option to answer questions as an extra credit. The display options allow you to specify random ordering of answers, horizontal or vertical display of answers, and the number of options for answers as well. You don't have to change these, but if you need to add images or files, or you want to change the default value, this is a good place to get it done. Click Submit when you have your settings set the way you like. To begin, let's hover our mouse over the Create Question button to see a list of the questions we can add to our test. In this video, we are going to focus on the top question types that are most often preferred by instructors. From the question list, we will select Either/Or question. With an either/or question, students are presented with a statement and asked to respond using a selection of predefined two-choice answers, such as yes or no, agree or disagree, right or wrong, true or false. Let's input the question text. Under Options, you can choose if the answer's orientation is vertical or horizontal. Under Answers, click the drop-down arrow to select between those predefined two-choice answers. Because of our question settings, on every question we are able to enter feedback for correct responses and incorrect responses. If you'd like to add feedback, you can do so here. Next, you can assign your test questions to categories, topics, levels of difficulty, and keywords. Students will not see this information. It is for instructors to manage their questions in order to reuse them on tests. You can also add any instructor notes you might need to assist with grading this question. Click Submit to return back to the test canvas. A useful feature when working on a test is to add questions directly beneath another. You'll see a plus sign when you hover your mouse over a question. If you click Add Question, you can then select your next question type. Let's add an essay question next. An essay question requires students to type their answer into a text box. When using this question type, Blackboard is unable to automatically grade it. Begin by entering your question text. You can optionally provide an example of the correct response under the answer if you'd like. If you'd like to use a rubric to grade this essay, you can attach it underneath Rubrics. Add any question metadata if you'd like, and add instructor notes if needed. Then click Submit. Fill in the blank and fill in multiple blank questions are built virtually identical, so I won't need to demonstrate both. We will go ahead and click to add a fill in multiple blanks question. With a fill in the blanks question, it requires the students to provide the missing word or words for the sentence or paragraph. To leave a blank, you will need to include a bracket with a variable inside of it where the fill in the blank field should appear. Variables must be unique and cannot be reused. I will enter my question text with my variables here. I can choose to allow partial credit if I'd like. From here, I will need to click Next to define the variables. Variable X is sun and variable Y is leaf. You can choose to allow more than one answer for X. Then you can decide if the answer should be an exact match, contains for partial answers, or pattern match. We'll go with exact match, but we won't choose case sensitivity. Set your variables for X and Y, then click Next. You'll be able to enter your feedback, add any metadata if you'd like, and include instructor notes for the question. Here we will click Submit to move on to the next question. We are going to have a little bit of fun with our next question. Click to add a hotspot. A hotspot question requires the students to select a specific area on an image. So we want to start by entering our question text, Then we'll upload an image. We have the option to get an image from our local computer or to access one from the content collection. I'm going to get one from my computer. I'll go ahead and select the image. When we click Next, we'll be taken to a preview of the image. Here, we will click and drag the mouse over an area in the image to specify where the hotspot should be added. This will indicate the correct answer. You can click Clear to remove the hotspot and start again if you need to. Below, fill out any additional information that you'd like, then click Submit. Back on the test canvas, we can scroll down to see our hotspot question has been added. Click on the plus icon after the hotspot to add our next question. Select Jumbled Sentence. A jumbled sentence requires students to complete a sentence by selecting words or phrases from a drop-down list. We will use bracketed variables corresponding to locations in the text where the drop-down list of answers will appear. Variable names must be unique and they cannot be reused. First, we'll enter our question text and insert the necessary variables. Once our text is in place, we will choose if we want to allow partial credit and how we want the answers to be displayed. Click Next to specify the correct answers by selecting from each drop-down list. Below, you can enter any additional options and add instruction notes if you'd like. Then click Submit. Next, we will click on the plus sign and select Matching Question. A matching question allows the students to pair items in one column to items in another. First, you'll have to enter the question text. Under Options, you can allow partial credit and choose how to number the questions. In this case, we will leave it as uppercase letters, but you can also choose Arabic numerals, Roman numerals, or lowercase letters. Under Questions, you can choose the number of questions. Then, in each box, you will find a question and answer pair. Once you have entered all the question and answers under answer order, you can choose to order the items' answers manually or randomly. We'll choose random. Fill out any additional information below that you'd like and click Submit. Let's now click to add a multiple choice question. A multiple choice question allows the student to pick the correct answer from several choices. Begin by inputting your question text. Under Options, you can choose how to number the answers. If you'd like the answers oriented vertically or horizontally, select that here. You can choose to allow partial credit and to also choose to show answers in random order. Next, input your answers. After you have your answers inputted the way you'd like, enter any additional options below and click Submit. Finally, let's click the plus sign to add our next question. Select Ordering Question. An ordering question requires the students to put a series of items in the correct order. You do not have to include variables in your text question for this type. Begin by entering the question text. Next, enter your options and your answers. Once your answers are entered, click Next. The display order is the position the students will see their questions in. You can mix that up however you'd like. Enter feedback and any additional information below that you'd like. Then click Submit. We've successfully built our test. A couple of housekeeping things before we wrap up this video. If you'd like to know how many questions you have and what the total points is for the test, refer to the top of the test canvas. If we want to change the amount of the points that are available in the test, we can click the box to select all the new point values for each question, then make any changes that we want, and click Update. We can see that we've changed the number of total points for our test. If we want to make a specific question into an extra credit question, you can navigate to the question and click on the points box. From here, you can choose extra credit, then click Submit. You'll notice again in the box above the test canvas that this same amount of questions are there, but we have less points due to the extra credit question. This concludes Part 2 of the Assessment ACE course. In the next video, we'll explore how to create a pool, reuse questions, and how to upload questions to a test. See you soon in Part 3.